Welcome to the Embodied Womban podcast with me, Rebecca Wilson. An embodied experiential space for you to drop deep into the wealth of wisdom within your being and activate a fuller, richer you. I am a feminine awakener, thought leader, embodied business doula, sacred business midwife, healer, and all-round medicine woman. I am here to guide women deeper into their essence and power, to activate their life force, awaken pleasure, and support them to live an embodied life. I will help you birth your visions, dreams, creations, desires, and sacred business into the world from an easeful, embodied, and rooted place within. My work supports women to become more available for life, love, relationship, connection, creation, pleasure, and wealth. I will activate you into self-leadership and self-mastery to truly live an embodied and awakened life. Welcome on the journey, my love. Hello, gorgeous woman. Welcome to the Embodied Womban podcast. So nice to have you here and to share this time and space together. Let's dive straight into this episode. Themes we are exploring in the Embodied Womban Mentorship and Mastermind. And this is a 6-month journey, my ultimate container. A journey that offers women in business, creation, leadership, life, space holding, a mentorship journey with a mastermind feel. And it felt really important to create this space that has the energy and the texture of both, because we're going to be diving deep into all things business related. But we're going to be diving even deeper into all things related to the self. Because what I have found in my own journey of evolution through my inner world, and then in turn, my creations, my business, and the spaces that I create, hold, and offer for so many women, the deep work lives within. And as we transform our inner world, our external world moves much more into the alignment of our dreams and desires. Within this journey, this container, there is space to be in connection with like-minded, embodied women on their own journey of business, creation, leadership. And you also get access to an individual session with me every month. And again, the power and the beauty and the potency of having both that space where you're connecting in with other women, experiencing the high-level conversations, the activations, hearing other stories, seeing yourself through others' eyes, sharing and connecting in that way, and also a space for you to deep dive into your own processes and explore what may be rising and any questions you have with me. It felt so good to be able to land into this offering and share it. So let's dive into the themes we'll be exploring throughout the 6 months together. We'll be exploring becoming an embodied woman and what that means for you. That's going to be different for each woman that steps into this space and into this journey. And that's powerful. We're all going to bring our own unique spice, our own unique essence into what it means to be an embodied woman. Throughout the journey, we'll be exploring awakening, visioning, awakening your intuition. We'll be sowing seeds for your visions, for your life, for your purpose, your mission, your offerings, your business, your relationships, for yourself. What is it that you desire to create? What is it you desire to bring forward into the world? And then action steps from there. How do we move from idea, inspiration, vision into action? How do we lay the foundational steps, stepping stones to get from the seed of the idea and the vision into the full bloom and the birth of that. Women who step into the embodied woman will be exploring opening creative pathways within their own body and being, expanding and exploring their expression through voice activation, grounding deeper into sharing your voice with the world. We'll be exploring your message, your reason, your why. These are so important when we are speaking to others, when we are sharing about services, about products, about offerings, when we can really access the reason. Why do you do it? What is it you do? Who is it for? What is the message within this offering? It just allows the words that you share, the copy that you create, the podcasts that you record, the conversations that you have to be rooted in much more depth and clarity. Be exploring copy, writing, speaking, sharing, how to tell story. What is your story that's here to be shared with the world? Because so often we see ourselves in the reflections of other people's stories. And I know as I have shared my own narratives and my own story and my journey over the years, so many women have reached out and connected and shared that they resonated with a part of that and they felt themselves in what I had journeyed through or experienced in my own life. And that formed a connection for us and a safe space for them to feel like a yes to step in and be guided and supported by me in their own journey. We'll be exploring marketing and how to make that juicy, alive, and magnetic, bringing in each woman's own unique flavor and expression so that it is truly aligned with their core values, message, reason, and why. We'll be exploring how you get to share what you're creating, your services, your offerings, your products with the world in a way that feels deeply soul, body, heart, womb aligned for you. We're all so different, and that is so amazing. So beautiful. Often we can get caught up in the whole, what is everybody else doing out there? What are they doing on Instagram? What are people saying on Facebook? What are they doing in their mail outs? And we can get pulled out from our own center. What is the latest trend? What do I need to be doing now in order to get interaction, to get traction? What does the algorithm need me to be? In this journey, this mentorship and mastermind, we're going to be letting go of all of that, all of the shoulds, all of the things outside, all the parts, the pieces that pull you out from your own center, so that you can really sink into, the women that step in this space can really sink into, how do I want to show up in the world? What is it I want to say, that I want to share? And how do I want to say it, share it, communicate it, create it? Because when it's aligned with you and it feels good inside of the body, inside of the heart, it's a full body yes. Whoever is receiving that form of communication from you receives it on such a deeper level because it's true and it's aligned. And your message, your forms of marketing, your communication with your audience, your community, your potential clients, when it's aligned with your values, your brand values, your personal values, it's the most powerful message you can share, most powerful direct flow of communication that you can offer. When we're not in alignment with that, when we're speaking from a place of fear or panic or should be doing this or should be saying that, it gets diluted, it gets distorted. And the people that are meant to hear you and meant to journey with you, meant to be with you, meant to work with you, they can't hear you and they can't feel you. We're going to be diving deep into that one. Another deep space we'll be going into is visibility. What does it mean to be visible? What does it mean to be seen? What are the wounds that are carried around being seen? Are you hiding? Are you withholding? Are you withdrawing? What do those parts have to say? Healing the wound of being seen so we can stand in our full radiance, our full light, our full energy, exactly as we are, our authentic self, and share that part of ourselves with the world, I mean, it just becomes so magnetic, so attractive. For me, that is the embodied woman essence. We will be exploring some masculine energy within this mentorship and the mastermind. We'll be bringing the masculine in a sacred way. We'll be exploring strategy, structure, mapping out plans, containment, with the understanding and the knowing that when we bring this energy in to our business, into our lives, into our leadership, it creates a greater capacity for more energy to flow, for greater spaciousness, for greater ease. Strategy and structure create ease and flow. Within that, we'll be mapping out sales plans, action planning, how you share your message, what marketing pathways are aligned for you. And we'll explore selling as an energy. We just explored this actually in the Embodied Business 6-week mastermind, and it was so powerful. What the women in there were realizing about themselves and what they'd made it mean to sell their offerings, which we loved to reframe into sharing your services and gifts with the world. It began to transform so much in them and how they were choosing to share their services, their offerings, their gifts with the world, and how it felt in their body as they did. We'll be exploring energetics of creation. This is mapped out into business. And we'll be diving deep into embodied leadership. How do we become the leader of ourselves, our own life? How do we lead in all areas and aspects of our own life, in our business and in creation? How do we lead ourselves through the moments of expansion, which is possibly more easeful for most, but also how do we move and lead ourselves through times of challenge or conflict or contraction? Within that, we'll be exploring the nervous system and our typical habitual patterning and responses that have been embedded in, probably most likely from our formative years, and how they show up in your leadership, in your business, and how we may be able to relax the habitual reactions of the nervous system and move into greater capacity to hold, to breathe, to create space around them, and then ultimately to be able to respond to life. We'll be exploring what it means to be a resourced woman. What do we need to be resourced? Because it's from that space that we have the capacity to hold space for others. People that we're in relationship with, friendship, family, partnership, children, clients, colleagues, team members. We can only truly interact in relationship in all areas and all aspects of life when we are relating from a space of resource. So how do we become resourced? What does that mean? What do you need to become a resource woman? This is a space for women that are craving to expand in their business, in their leadership, in their space holding, in a new and different way. Embodied, activated, grounded and rooted within themselves. Body-led first, so that you can work within your life and your business, connected to your inner rhythms, your inner seasons, your cycles, to be of the greatest service to both self and everything that you want to bring service into. We begin this mentorship and mastermind on the 11th of May, 2023. It's a sacred space, an intimate space with limited amounts of seats in the circle. But if you are a woman that is longing to be held, to be supported, and to be part of a community of other women that are rising in embodied leadership, choosing to relate to themselves and life in an embodied, grounded way, If you're longing or yearning to express more of yourself in the world through your creations, your art, your services, your business, then this is the space for you. If you're a woman in sacred business, in healing, arts, coaching, feminine embodiment, you're a space holder, a visionary, a thought leader, you're in businesses supporting with VA or creative services, your website design, and you're also walking the path of your own awakening, this space merges the two together. So I welcome you to join us, my love. If this is calling to you, step in. We're so excited to welcome you in. All the details that you'll need for this journey are linked in the show notes. If you have loved this episode, you can connect with me over on Instagram at Rebecca_Wilson_. You can also reach out to me through my website, Rebecca-Wilson.com. If you love this episode or any other episodes of the Embodied Woman podcast, you can like, you can save, you can share with other women. And I would deeply appreciate any shares with any women that you feel are aligned to receiving the wisdom and the messages of this space. Thank you for being here. It's been so gorgeous to share with you. Feel the excitement brewing. The potency of this journey is so big. I welcome you to join us, my love. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you loved this musing and sharing, I would love for you to share this episode far and wide. You can arrive into all of my offerings at Rebecca-Wilson.com. Links to dive deeper with me are in the episode notes. Remember, my love, you are here to be the fullest, most potent, powerful, embodied version of you. I am here to guide you into that. Hey love, I'm dropping in here to welcome you to join us in our online community membership, The Village. I created this space for women to gather, to return to themselves, to deepen the connection and the relationship with self, whilst held in a community of like-minded women walking the journey and the path of their own awakening.